I am dressed up like the community helper, Baker Bob. Do you remember when we walked to the bakery and we saw Baker Bob and his assistant Baker Shirley? Do you remember when they allowed us to go into the kitchen and watch Baker Bob bake the cookies? That was so much fun. And I love that they allow us to have 2 cookies to eat. Baker Bob and Baker Shelley were so happy with how well behaved you were when we were in the kitchen with them. And so they sent us a surprise. They sent us Baker Bob's brownie recipe. So today we are going to make Baker Bob's brownies. Now before we can make these brownies, we have to discuss the baking tools that we're going to need to make the brownies. One of the most important and biggest baking tools that we're going to need is an oven. Since we don't have an oven in our classroom, once we have completed mixing Baker Bob's brownie mixture, Mrs. Smith is going to take the brownie in the baking dish to the school kitchen's oven and bake them there. And after lunch, we are going to share our brownie snacks. Other tools that we're going to need are bowls. I have a couple of bowls here. Well, 3 bowls. I have a large bowl, a medium bowl, and a small bowl. Now, the medium and small bowls are going to hold some of the smaller ingredients that we're going to need. The larger bowl is the bowl that we are going to mix Baker Bob's brownies in. And we will be using the spoon, which is another baking tool, to mix it with. Now, I mentioned earlier, Mrs. Smith is going to take the brownies to the school kitchen to be baked in the oven. She will be taking the brownies in this dish. Do anyone know what this dish is called? This dish is called a baking dish. This is the dish that we're going to pour the mixture in, and this baking dish is going to be able to go into the oven and be heated and bake the brownies. We will also need to use measurement cups today. So I have 3 measurement cups. The smaller measuring cup is called a 1/4 measuring cup. See, because measuring cups have number names too. The 3rd measuring cup is the 1/2 cup measuring cup. And the middle measuring cup, which is the medium measuring cup, is the 1/3 measuring cup. So today, I noticed that Baker Bob's recipe only calls for 2 of the measuring cups. One of the measuring cups we will not be using today. Does anybody know which measuring cup we're not going to be using today? Would it be the larger cup, which is the 1/2 measuring cup, the medium cup, which is the 1/3 measuring cup, or the smaller cup, that is the 1/4 measuring cup? I was looking at the recipe and I realized that one of them was missing. Ingredient 1 says we need 1/3 cup water. Ingredient 2 says we need 1/4 cup melted butter. And the other two ingredients don't have any cups of anything that we would need. So I noticed that the one that we don't need today is
1.5 cup.
the 1/2 cup measurement cup. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the 1/2 measuring cup, which is the largest measuring cup, and we're gonna put it back here because we don't need that one today. Now our first ingredient is 1/3 cup water. So we're going to take the 1/3 cup water and we're going to pour it into our large mixing bowl. But first we got to figure out which measuring cup are we using. Are we using the small measuring cup, which is the 1/4 measuring cup, or are we using the medium measuring cup, which is the 1/3 measuring cup?
The medium.
Yes, you are correct, Felicia. We are going to be using the 1/3 cup measuring cup. And we're going to pour our water, and we're going to make sure that we pour it to the top so we can accurately mix our ingredients correctly. And we're going to place the water right into the large mixing bowl. Why? Because that is the mixing bowl that we are going to be mixing all our ingredients in today. The next ingredient, number 2, is 1/4 cup melted butter. Does anyone see the melted butter? Can we point to the melted butter? Oh, Kevin, you are correct. This is butter in the small bowl. Uh-oh, it's not melted. It is a large block of butter. This is a 1/4 cup solid butter. We're going to have to melt this. Does anyone know how we're going to be able to melt this, Felicia?
With heat.
Yes, you are correct. We have to heat it. Mrs. Smith has already taken some butter to the kitchen and has melted it for us. And this is how butter looks once it's melted. So we will be using this today. The next thing that we need is our 1 egg. Our 1 egg is in our medium bowl. And this is what an egg looks like. We don't want to eat the outside of the egg. We want to eat what's inside the egg. So we're going to have to open that egg out. And Mrs. Smith has already done that for us too. And this is what the inside of an egg looks like. We are going to pour this egg into the large bowl. Now the last thing we have to do is to pour in the bag of Baker's Bob's brownie mix. That was this. We also pour that into the bowl. Now we're going to turn mixing the mixture together. Just going to slowly stir it like this. So I noticed Baker's Bob's brownie only has 4 ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is 1/3 cup of water. 2 is 1/4 cup melted butter. 3 is 1 egg. And 4 is 1 bag of Baker's Bob's brownie. Okay, did we pass it around? Thank you. We've all mixed it together. Now the last thing we are going to do after mixing all the ingredients together is to pour our batter into our baking dish. Okay. Now the baking dish is going to be sent out to the kitchen and it's going to be baked. And later on, after lunch, guys, we are going to have us some brownies.